I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. The Wellness Forum that we're hosting today is the first of a 3-part series. The first is on wellness, the second is on sustainability, and the third is about building vibrant communities. So, tonight, we're going to have a discussion on wellness, and we have 3 very engaging and entertaining speakers here tonight. But I'm going to give you an introduction about the topic, and then I'm going to leave it to the experts to take it from there. Every day, we're told what's good for us. Latest thing out of the Herald, the latest study. There's so much information out there and misinformation out there that it confuses us. And we don't know what to do. We've moved so far, and yet there's so much bad news that's happening in regards to illnesses, and serious illnesses at that. Cancer is growing at an ever-increasing rate. Obesity is growing as well, not just in developing nations, which was highlighted by an ABC program called Globesity last week. I'm not sure how many people watched that. Autoimmune diseases and other diseases like chronic fatigue and various others are also growing. So what's going on? How can we be so affluent, yet all these things are happening? So that made me think, and made me be a bit more curious. Were all these things around back in the ancient times? So the conclusion I derived from that there are 3 things which are key. 1, what we feed our body. 2, what we do with our body in movement. And 3, what we feed our mind. So, firstly, let's start with what we feed our body. Going back to the ancients, a bit like the Roman letter for 5, many ancient civilizations, the Greeks, the Indians, the Chinese, all reverted to plant, herbal remedies when people were sick. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said, "Let food be thy medicine, and thy medicine food." So I thought, why is it that when the ancients knew that when we were sick, this is what we need, why don't we follow this more? But I'm a borderline Gen X, Gen Y, so I don't necessarily go with the ancients. Just wanted to see what's modern and new. So what's the latest in regards to the modern studies? The largest study of epidemiology, which is a study of disease and human populations, shall we say, came to a very similar conclusion, if not the same conclusion. In regards to ancients, we have an expert speaker here from Dr. Rama, who comes from the field of Ayurveda. He will explain to you much more about the field of Ayurveda and what they were doing from the ancient time to the modern. Dr. Sean Kirsten will be talking to you a bit more about the China study, which was one of the largest epidemiology studies to exist, and also about movement. When we talk about movement, now that we're affluent, we might not think we are, but we are, considering if you look at the world as a whole. We move far less. We eat every day. We sleep every day. But when we talk about exercise or doing anything that takes physical energy, we put it off. Yet that is crucial to us. Does anyone remember the Life Be In It campaign? Yeah, I thought so. 80s and prior, so Gen Ys might not exactly remember it. It was about these advertising campaigns, which is government-sponsored. It's about life and being in it. Doing the everyday things and being more active in our life, even on the cold days like today. While some would do things such as yoga or other ancient arts or normal exercise, running, it can be simple things like walking the dog or swimming. So movement is key. But finally, the catalyst which brings all of this to happen is the mind. What we eat every day is based on our culture, our status, our wealth, modern marketing. There are plenty of studies that have been done which has highlighted this. So to change the mindset of what we do, whether it's exercise, what we eat, or how we live our lives, it comes from inspiration and how we inspire ourselves. And for that, we have Michelle, who's going to be talking to you later tonight. So the plan for tonight is each one of us, will be speaking for 10 minutes, followed by a question and answer session, discussion in that time, and then we'll all mingle afterwards.